Welcome to Quick History Facts, where we explore the fascinating people and events that have shaped our world. After the death of King Henry VIII in 1547, Catherine Parr, the sixth and last wife to King Henry, married again. Was the widowed queen, Catherine Parr, aware that her husband, Thomas Seymour, was harassing Princess Elizabeth in her own home? Catherine had long been in love with Thomas Seymour. He was the uncle of the now King Edward VI. Only a few months after King Henry's death, the two married in secret. When their union was publicly announced, it caused quite a scandal, because they had not gotten permission from the council. Princess Mary Tudor even went so far as to tell her half-sister, Elizabeth, to cut all ties with their stepmother. Regardless, the newly married Seymours weathered the storm, and they moved into their London house called Chelsea Place. Princess Elizabeth, only 13 years old at the time, ended up joining them in the home. She looked up to Catherine as a mother. But Thomas Seymour saw Elizabeth as far more than just a stepdaughter. According to testimony provided by Cat Ashley, who was Elizabeth's governess, Thomas first showed up while Elizabeth was clad only in a loose nightgown and she was still in bed. He would also go to her while she was undressed. The very next day, she got up even earlier to avoid his advances. Then he started slapping her on the buttocks. This continued over the next few months, with Thomas constantly going to Elizabeth's bedroom, jumping in her bed, tickling her, and smacking her on the bottom. Catherine must have been aware of this going on under her roof, and at this time, she was heavily pregnant with Seymour's child. Thomas, of course, always laughed it off as a bit of fun, meaning no harm. Catherine was said to have joined in on some of these morning visits to Elizabeth's chamber. Perhaps she was trying to protect her stepdaughter at this point. In another instance, it's said that she reportedly held Elizabeth when they were in the garden. We don't know how or in what manner she was holding Elizabeth, but she was holding her while Thomas cut her gown into 100 pieces. Catherine was no fool, and she also deeply loved Elizabeth. She knew that her husband was a deeply ambitious man. He was power-hungry. Having Elizabeth in the house, it was a little too tempting for him. The following year, Catherine found Thomas and Elizabeth all alone, as quoted, he having her in his arms. At this point, Catherine sent Elizabeth away to another estate, perhaps for protection, but the two never saw each other again, because Catherine died in childbirth the same year. I think Catherine greatly misjudged her fourth husband. She thought that he loved her, but all she was a stepping stone to greater power. He later took it too far. He actually kidnapped the king, and he was executed for doing so. If you like this type of content, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our coming videos. Thank you for watching.